update. Want to talk certainly about some of the snow we're going to be seeing across portions of the Midwest. Some of it coming down pretty heavy, at least across portions of Iowa. As far as we've seen so far, it's kind of been some pockets of heavier numbers there. Up towards at least a few spots there in northern Nebraska, upwards of 10 inches. Denver International, 5.4 as of 5 o'clock yesterday. Wolf Creek passed 26 inches. Wolf Creek, the ski area, 10 inches. So I shouldn't make it sound like not very much, because that's pretty decent. Actually, that was the biggest number I saw in Colorado at the ski areas. Eastern Nebraska, though, this is where it became more problematic. So the fun area, especially west of the Front Range, and then the very difficult area travel-wise today, still have had some issues out along portions of I-80, and still keeping at least some alert conditions here on our winter weather watch graphic, extending all the way into northern and central portions of Wisconsin, even up towards the UP. That's kind of the stripe of the heavier snowfall. North of Des Moines, you're still seeing a few areas mixing in with some pockets of heavier snow and still some pockets of heavier rainfall. There's a look at least at the radar right now. There were actually a few areas. There was one spot here, one of the spotter reports, can't remember the name of the town, but just north of I-80 here, north and east of Omaha, upwards of 10 inches. I want to say it was Manning, but I'll have to check on that. Again, incredible numbers for a few of these areas, but there will be some pockets upwards of 1 inch per hour snowfall rates. Up towards the Sioux City area, we've been kind of in and out of some of the, at least the lighter snow, at least in the more recent time frame. There, notice a few pockets just to the south, but that is I-29. Get an idea what it looks like out there. Maybe not the best conditions to be heading out on the roadways. In Des Moines itself, as I mentioned, still mixing at times over from rain to snowfall. So you are noticing at least a little bit of snow still on the sides of the roadways. We've been checking in with that camera a bit. The road itself looks okay, but keep in mind as temperatures drop tonight, you're going to be dealing with icing conditions out there and additional snowfall likely to start accumulating out on the roads. Once you get out towards at least to Iowa City, you're dealing more on the rain side of things. So still something to keep in mind as you're driving around, but later tonight, that switches over towards snow. So there's a look at that kind of rain-snow line slowly migrating off towards east, wrapping in some cool air on the backside of this. Notice not too much going on here across northern, at least northern Missouri, or at that point, you're dealing more with actually, again, some of the dry slot there, pushing in towards, say, the St. Louis area. So there is some dry air wrapping up into the system, but that moist air, that deep layer of moist air that's denoted in the darker greens right across northern Iowa and even wrapping back across I-29 there into far eastern Nebraska, may still get a few more little bursts of snowfall. These winter weather, or the winter storm warnings, specifically for Omaha, drop later on this evening. Some of the winter storm warnings, though, from, say, Des Moines and then off to the north and east remain in place through a good stretch of the daytime tomorrow. So that's where you're going to find the corridor of the heavier snow. Minneapolis to Chicago, you're on either side of the better snowfall total. So for a few other areas, though, it's going to be a little tricky. So maybe an additional 1 to 3 in a few pockets there in Nebraska. Keep in mind, though, north of Des Moines, some of those areas, that 5 to 8 inches, could happen very quickly. So if you're out there driving in 1 inch per hour snowfall rate, you could have some issues. And there's a look really at the kind of the money spot as far as the better chances for the heavier snowfall, especially through northern Wisconsin, the western edge of the UP. So at least for a few areas, including Omaha, your timing actually starts to favor conditions improving by tomorrow. But tonight, it's still going to be breezy out there. It's still going to be slick, certainly on the roadways if you can avoid them. That's the advice. Kip?
Well, maybe this will get your mind off the cold and the snow. Here's a live look at Panama City Beach, Florida. Beach is packed, or was earlier, I guess with the sun going down. So listen, folks, perfect right now. Temperatures were in the 70s today. Let's go ahead and check out that forecast. It's 68 currently, by the way. Thunderstorms are possible on Monday, but then Tuesday, drier weather moves in, about 61 degrees. A lot of folks coming in. A lot of students coming from Emory, OSU, Ohio State University, Purdue coming in as well. And what about those of you in Texas? I know you like to go South Padre. Well, we're looking at some beautiful weather. 60s and 70s Monday and Tuesday. Dry weather continues. Coming in from University of Houston and Texas A&M. I think there's some good weather to get there. So it looks good, Todd.
Incredible. Right about now.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching Weather Center Live.
Coming up next, Deadliest Space Weather, and then Weather Center Live is back with you at 10 p.m. Eastern with the latest forecasts and top weather stories.
And remember, we're online all the time.